So, welcome back to Game 3 and the final game of the night of the Ultimate Bravery event. We see on the blue team Amalthahar, Gangplank, Pantheon, Udyr, and Yasuo up against a Severe, Elise, Tara, Vel'Koz, and Ezreal. Now, if the blue team manages to win this game, they will automatically win the tournament, but if the red team manages to win, then there will be that famous three-way tie. So the blue team is really playing for that win. This time neither of the teams have really supremacy. Okay, so that's a little bit better now. I hope. So yeah, neither of the team have advantages over with the summoner spells, as both teams have ignites, they have ghost, they have teleport, they have that smite. So it's gonna be very even. That Pantheon and Yasuo should be a very hard chances. Thank you, Half. I love you very much. No, you are broken. I don't get cut off. I just stop talking. It's like that. Is it actually... If it goes a little bit too high... No. No, that's not the issue. Is it? No?
Hey, wake up.
It's gonna be fine now. Okay, now. I hope now it's gonna be fine. I hope. At least. Yeah, because you have to remember there's a 3-minute, at least a few minute delay on the stream, so effects will not see there immediately. So you have to take that in consideration. But we're getting into the final game of this Ultimate Bravery event. It's been a long 2 hours since we started. After this, I'm gonna go get some lunch because I have not eaten. I'm hungry and I think my voice is failing me, and I hope that it still lasts me until this game. So Pantheon and the Gangplank. bottom wave. Mouse in the middle. There we go. And this is their red team. What if it's green with me? Because they're not all going to that middle lane, are they? Because the hostess said that he advised against 5 middle. But then again, 6 off is not famous for taking orders. And it looks like they're all going for that middle lane. Yeah, there we go. So it's 5 middle. So they want to everybody get that push. They wanna push down that turret. So they all can roam around map. But if the blue team is wise, they'll just do the push as well themselves. They wanna give push to the turret. So I'm not sure if this is actually wise. Velkas takes third shot, takes over 200 damage. Yeah, the blue team is pushing down on the side lanes. Meantime, the Malzahar Space Ace gives some nice damage. Malzahar is actually defending it pretty good. Only taking a little bit over half health, but the blue teams are still pushing on those bottom lanes. Actually half health on the top wave and half health on the bottom lane. So I'm not sure if this strategy is wise on the behalf of the red team. But they should get it either in this push. Yeah, they're gonna get it with this push. And actually, Severe actually takes a lot of damage. Actually, they don't get the turret yet. And actually, there's the ignite, and Malzahar gets the first blood against 5 people. And there we go. The top lane actually managed to take down the turret first. And now they take the turret down in the middle lane. But the bot lane turret shouldn't be too far away, as there it is, it gets finished up, so everybody can roam, except Malzahar in the middle lane. So not sure how wise that was. They just lost XP and didn't gain much. But you see, the red team has roamed 4 members onto that top lane. Yasuo gets a little bit caught out. And there's the curse popped by Syra. Yasuo gets slow, but Yasuo just flashes away from harm's way. There's a root, but it's not gonna hit anyone. And this guy gets taken pretty well. He actually, yeah, he did not choose to recall after they took down the turret on that middle lane. But now Syra has roamed back onto the middle lane to protect that turret, preventing Malzahar to roam around the map. Courtesy of taking that turret down. Actually, now they rotated back onto the middle lane. Malzahar gets not hit by the cocoon. And there's the ignite. Is he gonna get away? The ignite is burning. There's a revolt, and he's gonna get the kill. But in the meantime, they turn it on to 6 off, and 6 off is taken down by the Yasuo. But the bottom side is actually still keep pushing. They're almost knocking onto that inner turret. So the red team is having to roam around all the map. So they really didn't gain anything. If anything, they lost a lot. now the bottom lane have rotated to the middle lane to help Malzahar push down that turret. While Sivir and Zyra are there, Malzahar actually gets rooted up, but Zyra takes over half of her health as damage courtesy of the Malzahar and the parlay. Meanwhile, Yasuo is still pushing onto that inner turret on the top lane, only having Elise there to meet up with him. And Ezreal is pushing onto the bottom wave on her own, so 3 members on the mid lane, 1 on the top lane and 1 in the jungle, Yudir in the jungle. He manages to find his way into the jungle even in ultimate bravery. Team is still in the middle wave. They wanna get some damage onto that turret. Meanwhile, Yasuo has hit level 6. Dashes in, but chooses not to ulti actually, courtesy of that knock-up. But Elise has taken over half of her health, so she's in a little bit of trouble. He gets knocked up. The turret shield is there to keep him alive. There's the parlay once again from the side lanes. And Elise actually is now recalling, so Yasuo can fast push this to the turret. But Vel'Koz is there, going to protect it himself. Those parlays are really starting to hit actually on the Zyra, who is one of the squishiest supports that there are. Zyra gets rooted up, but keeps moving. And Yasuo actually gets surrounded by the Elise, but there's a knock-up keeping him alive. The cocoon has to flash away from harm's way and he's gonna get away. So Yasuo getting a PF sword. So he's calling one of the Trinity items of the PF sword. Actually, Yudir is ganking onto the Vel'Koz. He gets locked up by the CC. Pantheon is gonna pick up that kill. There's the Ignite burning onto Zyra. So, he's gonna pick up that kill. So all of a sudden they managed to turn the waves around. And the damage onto the red team. And now Yasuo actually takes a little bit damage, gets hit up by the cocoon. There's the knock-up, he goes in with the ultimate, he takes a lot of damage, but he's in the middle of the minion wave, and he takes a lot of damage just from the minions themselves. And now Pantheon has jumped onto the Sivir, but uses that barrier to keep her alive. And Ezreal is still pushing on that bottom wave. He should be getting that turret. And now Yasuo has teleported back. Actually dodges out the cocoon, but he's still in the middle of the minion wave. He takes a lot of damage. He has to back away, but now the reveal comes. And Elise, alive was so far. But now he meets Elise, again Yasuo, and he flashes away from the dodge. And they both just straight damage. And she has to be careful not to hit by the knock-up. And that's exactly what she does. But with the minions being off, No, they will not be. Meanwhile, Severe gets a little bit knocked up by the Pantheon, but Pantheon is gonna get away from that one. And Malzahar's first item is gonna be a Medjay. So if he gets rolling, that's gonna be bad news for the red team. We're down almost 3,000 gold. Actually, there's a circle of doom from the blue team. They jump, Pantheon jumps onto Vel'Koz, he picks up 1 kill. There's an ultimate from Malzahar, plucks up Zyra down, but Malzahar dodges the Zyra passive. Now Sivir is in the enemy jungle. She's looking if she can go in. But actually chooses to recall. Now Pantheon finds Elise in the bush. He just looks at him. Is he gonna get the game? And he gets the red buff! And now the blue team, the Gangplank and the Pantheon are closing in. Actually, she's a little bit too far away from the golems on the other side of the wall. So she just comes back up where she jumped from. And a sort of a code for Gangplank actually. So they got all the stacking items they want early on, which is gonna be good. Yugir meanwhile on the other side of the wall, taking down the Crow camps. Ezreal jumps in, but there's no harm's way. And again, Yasuo and Elise are going head to head. But Yasuo is gonna be hard times because Severe is now there. And he should go down unless Yasuo can return a kill, but he cannot. That knockoff not being up. It's gonna be a Mercurial Scimitar for the Yasuo. Oh, and the final spear javelin shot from Pantheon gets the kill onto Zyra. So they're getting those damage. Actually, Pantheon has the Hex Stringer. So everybody is basically getting those, well, generally those items that they would like. Yasuo blocks the cocoon, goes in, but she has to jump away. Oh, a little bit too soon with a kill, but he's gonna get a kill, but the turret is gonna finish on that. No, actually Yasuo gets away. He has to flash away from the turret shot. The silence field from Malzahar dealing a lot of damage. On the side of red team, they managed to take down the turret. There's the ultimate onto Vel'Koz, and Vel'Koz goes down to the Pantheon. So 11 and 2 is not looking good for the red team. Pantheon getting that more Mortis. Let's see, 10 stacks for Gangplank. And 8 stacks for Malzahar. And also a Medjay for the Vel'Koz on the enemy side, only having 5 stacks. Actually, Ezreal jumping in a little bit with the Arcane Shift, but Pantheon choosing not to jump in. Yasuo has joined them on the middle lane. Now Udyr is still in that blue buff. And the red team is actually looking for an ambush. There's the Severe ultimate, the cocoon hits on the Yasuo. but he dashes and he goes right into the enemy team. He should go down, at least picks up that kill. Meanwhile, Mazahar tries to turn it onto Zyro with the ignite, but there's not enough damage. Udyr wanted to fight with the Ezreal, but the rest of the red team is there. They're having to back away from this one. Blue team is thinking of engaging. Pantheon jumps in, but there's the life deceleration rate from Vel'Koz, and it turns the tide on the red team. There's the heal coming up. Is Pantheon gonna get away? There's a flash from Elise. He gets a kill. Shutdown kill, and also a double kill with a Gangplank. But there's Mazahar. He's actually in a bad place. Actually, he has to flash away. But Udyr actually goes into the Severe. There's the ultimate from Mazahar. He gets kill onto the Severe. But that's all that they get. Actually, a big wave on the bottom wave. Pantheon's gonna go there to finish that one up.
Killing people is a bad habit. But I can't seem to do it.
Yasuo once again gets hit by the cocoon. There's the True Shot Barrage from Ezreal. Doing a whole lot of damage as he's having to go that Randuin's Omen first item. Udyr tries solo the dragon, but the red team is there to catch him up. He gets hit by the cocoon actually, but Pantheon jumps onto Zyra. There's a barrier coming up from Zyra, keeping him alive. There's the ignite pop. But Elise is now in the middle of the two members of the blue team. The Gangplank is gonna pick up that one. Mazahar and Yasuo are picking up the blue buff in the meantime. There's the ultimate from Gangplank. Ezreal has to arcane shit away, but that's not gonna be enough as there's the parlay. Ooh, and not enough damage coming out from the side of the blue team, but they do manage to pick up that first dragon. Pantheon jumps onto Vel'Koz, but he gets turned around thanks to the damage from Zyra, who has picked up that Ardent Sensor. Knockup from Yasuo, not hitting anyone. Tries to go in for the Zyra, but it's a little bit too far away as... box splats, oh my god. This is not real. This is not real life. So I'm having to log back into the game. And now we're back into the game. We see Pantheon has picked up that kill onto the Vel'Koz. Yasuo flashing over the wall, tries to go in for the Severe, and he's gonna get the kill. Yes, he is with the final knockup. And the Mercurial Scimitar speed up, keeping Yasuo alive. Pantheon jumps in for the Zyra, takes a lot of Zyra's health. In return, goes right into the Space Aids, and the Space Aids should finish him off. Actually, Mazahar standing a little bit too close to the turret, gets taken down. And there's the teleport coming up from the Yasuo. They're gonna get that inner turret on the middle lane. You see on the bottom lane, Ezreal gets hit up by that knockup, but Severe is there to back it off, but Gangplank is also in the jungle, but that's gonna be 2v4 at best, so they should just back away from that. Actually, Gangplank's second item most likely will be a seal, so that will work perfectly with a parlay, so he's gonna get a critical strike as well to it. Pantheon actually goes to the Zyra, and Zyra has to barrier once again the damage from Pantheon. You see Ezreal getting a DC. Meanwhile, Yujir is pushing that top lane turret down. And there's Yasuo as well to protect it, so they should get that kill despite the Elise. But a perfectly placed wind wall is blocking some of the damage from Elise. Pantheon has run past the turret, jumps onto Vel'Koz, they're gonna pick up that kill. And now they're switching their focus over to Zyra. There's the ignite, there's Parlay, doing some nice damage. Can they get the last jump? There's a double ignite from Pantheon. They're gonna pick up that kill. Zyra missing the passive on the Gangplank. Ooh, and Pantheon jump. Recall it. Juices cancel the recall. Actually might have saved him his life. And also we see the Shin pick up by the Yasuo. Actually it's a pretty good item despite him not using any mana. But he does have a spammable ability with that Q. And the dash. So he's gonna get a lot of procs. So yeah, that's gonna be a Phantom Dancer picked up by the Gangplank. Sooner or later. Elise goes in, has to rebel away, but Yasuo gets it with the last snipe. And also Yasuo gets a double kill on the Vel'Koz. And Pantheon jumps in onto Zyra, takes a lot of damage and goes down. Severe using that ultimate to get away from harm's way. Meanwhile, Yujir is still in his jungle taking out the blue buff. And Yasuo goes in with the ultimate. And not a whole lot after that. Ezreal actually jumping in on the Pantheon, but Pantheon has a little bit too damage. There's the True Shot barrels. I'm not doing whole much because he's only got tank items. Malzahar baiting it perfectly. Pantheon jumps in, but there's the Life Restoration Ray. Gets the kill on the Malzahar. It goes to Ezreal. But meanwhile, Yujir is soloing that dragon. But is he gonna get it? He doesn't have ignite, and Elise steals it with the execution. But Yujir turns it around. He gets one kill on the Vel'Koz. There's Gangplank. They're gonna pick up the second kill. Now they're going on to the Zyra. Zyra's gonna be dead unless Zyra using that ghost. But there's Pantheon. There's stun up, and he's gonna go down. That's a double kill for the Yasuo. And Yujir still not done. Still going ham on the Ezreal using the arcane shift. So he's not gonna. He should be dead. Actually, letting the Phoenix stand. Turn getting that kill. So a Lich Bane for Yasuo, not the ideal, but you have to work with what you got. Yu is being a beast in the jungle. Just keeps farming up. With the second highest CS so far. Pantheon almost gets reeled up by that Zyro route. Ezreal Arcane shifts in. They're wanting to engage. But Vel'Koz takes other damage from the silence field of Malzahar. And Udyr, using to recall, actually cancels it. Gangplank is on the side, they're going in. The blue team is engaging. They don't really have any targets. They didn't get damage overall or anyone. But now they managed to pick up those kills. Actually a triple kill for the Pantheon. There's the TP coming up from Yasuo. Thought that minion actually just securing that minion wave. Allow them to get that turret. And actually a second Ardent sensor for the Vel'Koz. And now Gangplank has the Sword of Occult fully stacked up. And Malzahar with 19 stacks. With the Mechais. Gonna have a nice game with those items. Malzahar tries to take down the blue buff. Actually, Malzahar smites it away. Manages to get the kill. But now Ezreal gets surrounded by the enemy members. There's the Drusa part, but it's not doing whole much. A perfectly timed wind wall blocks so much of the damage. Now they jump onto the Zyro. Zyro gets melted down by the damage. And now they're chasing onto the Vel'Koz. Udyr is gonna get the stun. And Yasuo goes in with this dash. But they switch target over to Elise. And there's a live Desolation Ray. The wind wall just not block it. Udyr picks up the kill on the Vel'Koz. And Udyr actually goes by the wrong side and doesn't get Elise. Meanwhile, Severe is pushing that top lane turret. They finally take it down, so all other turrets down for the blue team. And meanwhile, blue team responds by taking the inner turret on the bottom wave. Now the blue team is going back to home to buy up those items that they got from the gold rush that they received. Red team going to check up Baron in case the blue team was doing it. But Gangplank showing himself on the bottom wave. They actually setting up a death trap. Ezreal takes the first step, but Pantheon is in the brush. But he still gets hit up by the cocoon. There's the ultimate from Gangplank, trying to secure some securement. Actually, Pantheon turns it around. Actually, it's Gangplank who gets the kill across the map onto Elise. But Malzahar is there. He's chasing. Actually, not chasing. But meanwhile, Udyr is pushing, and Yasuo and Gangplank on the bottom side. But the red team is not responding to it. Instead, Udyr is already on the Nexus turrets. And Malzahar is just there to play a possum for them. There's the first Nexus turret going down. Well, now there's finally recalling coming out from the red team. And Is there gonna be enough distractions? Now he gets OT'd by the Yasuo, but that buys some time. But now Elise gets hit up by the Yasuo. But it's just all distractions while the rest of the team is taking down that Nexus turret. And now they're onto the Nexus. The blue team should pick up the kill, and by this they have won the Ultimate Bravery tournament by 2-0.